Hi everyone, this is Ramu. Welcome back to our channel. The today topics is chess puzzles and chess games. First we will start with puzzles. Let's start with puzzles. With puzzle rush. Black to play. Always we need to think about the checks like a mate in one. Here also we can do mate in one. Knight to d3, mate in one. Black to play one more time. We need to think about the checks like a mate in one. We can't do mate in one. We need to think about the pieces capturing. Here we can't do checkmate in one move because of working can escape so many squares. So the other lesson is capture the unsupported piece. The lesson name is capture the unsupported piece. Queen takes rook. Black to play. We need to think about the checks. Here we can't give check with the knight and bishop. So we need to think about the pieces capturing. Here the lesson name is capture the unsupported piece. Knight takes bishop. Now white to play. We need to think about the checks. Rook takes rook. Rook takes rook. Here we can do mate in 2. Black to play. We need to think about the checks. Here we can do mate in 1 with back rank checkmate. Back rank checkmate also is one of the weak point. Everyone remember it. Black to play. We need to think about the checks like a mate in 1. Yes, here we can do mate in 1 with queen to h2, mate in 1. Now white to play. We need to think about the checks like a mate in 1 or mate in 2 or mate in 3. Here mate in 3 we can do with following checks. Knight to e7 check, king will move forcefully. Then after rook to h3, his only move rook to h4, rook takes rook, mate in 3, lesson name. Next, white to play. Always we need to think about the checkmate like a mate in 1. Here we can do mate in 1 with queen to g7, mate in 1. Black to play. We need to think about the checks. Here we can't do checkmate because of white king can escape, so many squares are there. So here we can create the lesson fork. The lesson name is knight fork. Knight to e2 for king will move. We can get the rook. We can get the advantage. After we can capture the other knight also with our rook. Black to play. We need to think about the checks. Here we can give check with the rook. Then after the only move he will block with the rook. Then after we can give check with queen takes e3, king move, rook takes rook. Here we can do mate in 4. Lesson name is mate in 4. Here we need to think about the checks. Here we can create double check, unstoppable checkmate. Here the lesson name is double check. Then after unstoppable checkmate over. Knight takes knight, double check. Game over. White to play. Our queen is under attack, but our target is checkmate the opponent king within 1 move, within 2 moves, within 3 moves. Like that we need to think. Here we can do mate in 1 with pawn 2, pawn b5 check, mate in 1. Now we need to think about the checks. Here we can q check with queen. Then king will move to f8. Then queen to f7 checkmate. Mate into lesson name. We need to think about the checks. Here we have two bishops. Opponent have queen is there, but here we can do pawn promotion with our f3 pawn. So here we need to think about the checks. Bishop to d3 check. Only move king move g1. Then after pawn push check, king move. Then we can do pawn promotion. We can do checkmate also. Like a mate in 3 is possibility. Promoting the queen. Our knight is under attack. When our piece is under attack, don't move immediately. Don't go back immediately. We need to focus on the checks. Create the lessons. Here queen h4 check. Then after he can block the check with pawn. Then after we need to sacrifice our knight. Then we can get the rook also. Knight takes pawn. Now we can get the rook. Here we need to think about the checks. Here we can create the discard check. Then we can get the queen also. Knight to f6 discard check. Pawn takes knight. Then forcefully he needs to capture the knight with pawn. Then after we can get the opponent queen. But here our king is in big trouble. If you knight to f6 check, king move. Knight takes queen. Then he will move the knight other side. Any possibility? Only check will come. Checkmate is not possible. We can get the queen. Simply move your king. Nothing will happen. Our rook is under attack. We need to think about the checks. Like a mate in 1, mate in 2, mate in 3. Rook to f8. King can move either d7 or e7. Then after our f1 rook to go to f7. Mate in 2 we can do here. Lesson name is mate in 2. Now we can do mate in 2. Rook to f7. Now white to play. Our queen is under attack. But we need to think about the opponent piece's position, our piece's position. So here we can create the fork when after exchanging the knight and bishop. Knight takes bishop. If you took with queen, queen takes queen, pawn takes queen. Then after we can create the fork, pawn to d5 fork. We can get extra piece. Queen takes queen. Now we can create the fork. We can get extra piece. Pawn takes knight. Now here our bishop is under attack. We need to think about the checks. Here if we sacrifice our bishop, we can get the rook also. Bishop takes pawn, pawn takes bishop, then queen takes pawn check. Only move, block with queen. Then we can get the rook. If we move the king, we can give check with the knight. We can do checkmate or we can get the queen also. Two possible variations are there here. Then queen takes rook. We need to think about the checks. Our queen is already controlling the second rank as well as controlling the d3 square. The only move is king can't escape anywhere. So simply we can give check with pawn to f4, mate in 1. Lesson name mate in 1. Now white to play. Here if we give check with queen to g6, then king will go to h8. Then we can do mate in 2. If you move the king to f8, we can move the queen to f7 mate. Yes, we can do mate in 2 here. Lesson name mate in 2. Now we need to give check with the knight. Knight to f7, mate in 2. Now white to play. Here our bishop is under attack. So here we need to think about the checks as well as think about the pieces capturing continuation, then create the lessons also. If we give check, we can't do checkmate. So we need to think about the pieces capturing continuation. Here bishop takes bishop, then after knight takes bishop, we can create the double attack. K plus M double attack we can create. K plus M means king is in check, opponent piece is under attack. King will move, we can get extra piece. We can create the double attack lesson. Now white to play, we need to think about the checks. Here queen to h5, only check, then forcefully he needs to move the king to e7, then after bishop takes pawn on g5. If he took the bishop, we can get the rook. If move the king, we can get the queen. Create the double attack. We can get the rook. Now black to play, we need to think about the checks. Our rook is under attack, but we need to hold it. Queen to e3 check. Queen to e3 check. King will move c1 square. Queen will move c1 square. Then after we need to move the knight to f4, discover check. Then king will move to d1, queen takes pawn check, king move. We can do mate in 3 or mate in 4 like that, depending on opponent move. We need to give discover check with the knight to f4. Then queen takes pawn, checkmate. Now black to play. Here upon white king is in back rank position, possibility, back rank checkmate possibility. So here our d4 pawn can do pawn promotion also. So forcefully he needs to capture the pawn. When we played pawn to d3, pawn takes pawn, we can create the back rank checkmate. Then after, if one took the pawn, we can create the passed pawn also. Now we need to take the pawn. Now simply we need to support our pawn with the rook to c2, then pawn push. Easily can do pawn promotion. White to play. Opponent doing mate in 1 plan here. We need to think about the checks. If you took the pawn, we need to take this. So we need to support that pawn. How? With our bishop. Why? Because of if you took the pawn, pawn takes pawn, then after pawn takes pawn, queen takes pawn, king is in check. Forcefully we need to block with queen only, then after opponent will take queen takes queen, checkmate over. So we need to support the h3 pawn with our bishop. The lesson name is defending by supporting. Oh, sorry, I miscalculated. Next, black to play. We need to think about the checks like a mate in 1. Queen to e3, mate in 1. Lesson name is mate in 1. Here we can create the discard check as well as we can do smoothed mate also. Two lessons are there here. One is double check, one is double check the discard check, and as well as smoothed mate also we can do here. Knight to h3. Queen, we need to sacrifice our queen. Queen to g1. Only move forcefully, he needs to capture the queen with the rook. Then after simply we can do knight to f2 smoothed mate. Now black to play. We need to create the passer pawn. Pawn takes pawn, then pawn takes pawn. The A file is totally open up. Simply we can do pawn promotion. Create the passer pawn. Lesson name is create the passer pawn. We need to take this pawn. Otherwise, take it king pawn push. Take it king move pawn push. Okay. We need to take it in. Now we need to do pawn promotion. Unstoppable pawn promotion. Now we need to think about the checks. We are not able to give checks. Okay, we can give checks here. Queen to h6 check, king move, then queen to h2, mate in 2. Here we can do mate in 2. Now white to play. We need to think about the checks like a mate 1, mate 2, mate 3. Here, if we sacrifice our rook, we can create the fork. Then after we can get the queen also. Rook to e8, queen takes rook. Then after knight to f6 fork, king move, knight takes queen. Okay. Create the fork, knight to f6. We can get the queen. Now white to play. One second, wait. Now white to play. This is the ending game position. Opponent doing pawn promotion, we are also doing pawn promotion, so we need to focus on the checkmate plan. Here we need to play waiting move, rook to f4 waiting move. Then after what the opponent will do, if he play rook to f1, rook takes rook, simply we will play, we can stop the pawn promotion. If play any other one, simply we can do checkmate, rook to f8. Like a mate into or mate in3 we can do. Now we need to take the rook, take the queen. Next white to play. We need to think about the checks. Here we can do mate in 3 with the bishop to g5 check. Pawn will block it, bishop takes pawn, then bishop will block it, bishop takes bishop, mate in 3. Now white to play. We need to think about the checks. Here queen takes f7 check, king will move, queen takes rook, king will move to g7. Then after queen to g8, mate in 3 we can do. Lesson name is mate in 3. Then take the rook. Queen to f8. Sorry, g8 I told by mistake. Queen to f8, mate in 3. Now we are white to play. We need to think about the checks. Here, if we give check with the knight, the only move he needs to forcefully capture the knight with rook. Then pawn takes rook. We can create the passer pawn easily. Oh, sorry, miscalculated. One more time. Next, we are black to play. We need to think about the checks. Okay, our king is in checkmate position. How? When white to play to rook to d7, king is in check. Can't escape anywhere. Checkmate is possibility is there. So we need to think about the checks. If we give check queen to h1, what he will do? He will block with queen. Then bishop takes bishop check, king move. Then queen takes queen. We can do mate into or mate in 3 possibility. When our king is in checkmate position, we need to focus on the checks. We need to focus on the unstoppable checkmate. Mate in 3. Next, white to play. We need to think about the checks. Black king is here. Okay. Now if we give check with bishop, only move, king will go in the corner to a1. Then after rook to c2, if he did pawn promotion, rook to a2, checkmate is possibility, maybe, I think so. One more time we will cross check it, otherwise miscalculation will come. Already we did 2 rocks. We need to take the rook. Black to play. We need to think about the checks. Here we can't give checks because of there is no other, our pieces are not in active position in our opponent king side. So we need to focus on the pieces capturing or pieces attacking. Here always we need to focus on the opponent's strongest pieces. We need to attack with our small pieces. So here knight to b4, we can attack the queen. Then after if he gave check on b5 square, then after what we will do? Okay, 1 second, wait. Knight to b4 check, queen came to b5, our king is in check, bishop is under attack. So I think one more other possibility here. Find out the weak point. One second, wait everyone. I think so here. Maybe the only choice. After give check, pawn to c6, queen takes pawn on b7, then rook to b8 attacking the queen, queen takes pawn on a7, then we can trap the queen. In 4 moves we can trap the queen, I think so. Rook to b8. Okay. If he play a7 pawn, capture the pawn, we can trap him and he sacrifice the queen. Now we are black to play. This is the endgame position. Our both rooks are controlling the g5 strongly. Here maybe I think so. Here we need to open up the g5. I think so. Then we can do checkmate possibility. How we need to open up that? I think this g3 pawn is supporting with 2 pieces, attacking with 2 pieces. If we sacrifice our both rooks, we can get the queen and pawn. Then after what happened? After both rooks in active position, so don't sacrifice the both rooks. If you took the pawn, queen will take it. Then after we need to focus on the checks. I think okay. We'll play. Rook takes g3 pawn. He took it. Then after we need to focus on the checks. Queen to c2 check. Oh sorry, d2 that is d2 square check. Then after we need to capture the queen. Then after we can attack the opponent pawns also easily. Queen to e3 check. In the end game, our queen can capture the opponent pawns. Now we are black to play. Here, if we took the knight takes bishop, pawn takes knight, we can do pawn promotion here easily. Now we need to play opposition because of our target is controlling the g1 square with our king. So we need to play king to here. Now we can do pawn promotion easily. Now we are black. We need to think black to play. We need to think about this checks. Rook to c8 check. Only move, king will move to d1 or block with rook. King move to d1, bishop takes knight check. Then king will move to e1, then rook will give check. We can do mate in 3 or mate in 4. He blocked with the rook. If we give check with bishop takes rook. Rook takes rook. Now we need to take the queen. Black to play. We need to think about the checks. Queen to g3 check. Then if he block with knight, rook takes knight. If you move the king, rook to f2 check. Okay. Mate in 3 or mate in 4, we can get the queen also here. Now if we q check with rook, king will go inside. Then we can get the queen after capturing the knight. White to play now. We need to think about the checks. If we give check with the rook, king move to e6, then queen takes pawn check. Queen takes pawn check, then king can escape easily, I think so. What's the other move? Maybe okay. Maybe that's it. I think so. That's what correct. F1 check. Okay, now we can create the double attack here. We can get extra piece. I think so. Queen to h4 check. He moved the king other side. Now we can take rook takes rook. We got extra piece. Now we are black to play. We need to think about the checks. If how we can give checks. With the knight, if we give check, okay. So first we need to create the fork. I think so. Now we need to take the rook. Now we can get the extra piece. Knight takes bishop. Create the fork. Got the extra piece. Black to play now. We need to think about the checks. How we can give check. Our king is in check first of all. We need to escape from the check. In a critical position. So we need to think carefully. If you move the king, what happened? If you block with the rook, what happened? We need to stop the checkmate. Knight also is strongly controlling the f6 square. If move the king to h8, what will happen? Knight will take, we can block with rook, I think so. Okay. King to h8. Now what's we need to do? We need to supporting the g8 square with two pieces. Only one piece is supporting there. How? Okay, we need to develop the bishop. We need to sacrifice bishop to g4. We can block it. Now we can attack the queen. This is the endgame position. Black to play here. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. Then after, if we play this a5, then he will push the pawns. If we play c4, after extending the pawns c4, then he can't push the b3 pawn. Yes, we need to control the b3 square. So extend the pawns first of all. Then after play pawn to c4 is a brilliant move. King also can't command d3 square. Now he played pawn to d3. Now we need to block it. We need to block it. Then after he needs to forcibly move the king or pushing the pawn. Now we can capture the pawn. We need to think about the checks. Here, if we give check with bishop, everything can escape. If we give check with queen, king move to d5 or c4, then we can get the rook. And after he can give checks. If we give check with the bishop to e3, only move is king to e5. Then after queen to e6, mate into is possibility is there. I think so. Mate into possibility. Oh, I miscalculated one more time. I tried my level best. 44. Now we will start chess games with strong players. Here we are black. Opponent is not playing. Maybe he wants to avoid the game. Okay, wait few seconds, guys. What happened? Not working? No, it's working. What happened? Now not moving there. reloading. It's not nothing. It's stuck. Sorry guys, stuck. It's reloading. Please wait few seconds. And finally, I submitted my move. What happened? If I refresh, or won't come. Oh, so many times I clicked. Sorry guys. It's not responding. Waste of my time. My time is running. Oh, a game about it with. No, don't close, please, don't close. Oh, very bad my side. My bad luck. The Chrome is automatically closed. Please stop. I want to save my game. If I play escape, my theater is not about what? First time I'm struggling with not responding problem. Don't close, please. Don't close. Oh, okay. He came now. Still, wait, run out of time. Oh, still, you have lost your connection. Your game with R2 reason in 1 minute. Please reload. I have so much time in there. Wasting of my time. This is my bad luck. I think so. This is my bad luck. Sometimes it will happen, but nothing to worry about. Sorry guys, some network issue is there. It's reloading, but still no, not responding. What a pity for me. Why network is good, but why it's not responding? Chess.com. Auto resign. What happened? It's not reconnecting. Sorry guys, it's not reconnecting. I'm trying to solve it. I disappointed guys. All of them. Sorry everyone. Still is showing auto resign. It's totally auto resign. Also, I can restart the new game. But it's not closing properly. Okay, now click on that. It won't work. I will re-log in. What the problem? Okay, I will close the chess.com and restart the game. Sorry guys. It's not open the tab. not opening new tab also. Totally Chrome is not working totally. Some issues in this system issue or network issue. I am not getting. Okay, now I open new tab. Close it. Leave the game. With the abort game, there also no problem. What happened? New tab also is not responding. Oh, my bad luck. This is the page. It will reopen easily. My network is not responding. Please wait few seconds. Please. Wait few seconds. And try to reconnect. I am trying to reconnect or rejoin. I want to play one more game, but this one is not responding.